This manager has built a reputation like no other in non-league football. He's transformed Barnet from relegation survival to National League title contenders. But after several near misses at promotion, can Dean Brennan finally lead the Bees into the Football League? We've been granted access all areas to see what he's really like behind closed doors, how he gets the best out of his players, and why winning promotion with Barnet would be a dream come true.
Dean, it's match day at the Hive against Solihull. What's the first thing you do when you come in?
Give everybody a stick, keep them on their toes. We just come in, have a laugh, and we're very casual on match days. The work got done Thursday and Friday, and I don't really go into the change room. It's the players' domain. They'll see me just before they go out, and then they'll see me again at half time. The staff do most of it, and just keep getting the message across of how we want to play and what we want to do, and we do it more individually. So
I was chatting to Kirk earlier, and he was saying at Hemel it was the opposite. You were doing everything. Why did you change that?
Just more staff, more resources, people I can trust. A lot of people have educated myself, like Jerome Akimo is now player coach, Connor Smith who's assistant manager. So they've had an education with me already, so I can trust them to put across the message. Cork's been with me since day one, so he knows what I'm like. But when I was younger as well, obviously I was in a rush and a little bit more aggressive in everything I did, a bit more intense. I sort of know that doesn't work. Or it does work, but I just change, you just mature. I'm doing it 12 years now, it's a long time. So being casual and being relaxed, I think is better for the player, especially the way we want to play. The tone's important to how I deliver things. If we play, I'm screaming and shouting, the boys will tense up, so. And the generations have changed as well when I first started managing. That's important as well for people to understand that how players are educated now much different than what they were when I first started playing.
What are you like the day before a game, Friday night? Are you going through your head how it's going to pan out, or are you quite chilled and quite relaxed?
Now, relaxed to be fair. Last night, cooked some dinner, watched the football itself that was on. Like I said, the work's done. I've already prepped for York, so that's done. We're in tomorrow, we'll work on that. But I've done that, nobody else knows. We're going to stay after the game today and have 3 or 4 hours together as a staff to do the work to prep for York. So it's the same last week. I prepped last Tuesday for Solihull, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, and then brought it to the group on Thursday and Friday.
He might not know he's working late tonight, but assistant manager Connor Smith tells us what it's really like working with the most charismatic manager in non-league football.
Love it, to be fair. Really enjoy it. He's, as everyone knows now, even prior to that viral interview, he's a bit of a character. But when you grow up in Dublin, like I did myself anyway, I grew up around them type of characters anyway. We're loud, we're out there, so I'm similar. Maybe not as out there as him, but I'm along them same lines. So I enjoy it and I'm used to it. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoy working here with him. Listen, I bought into it. I played for him. He signed me at a couple of clubs as a player, and we had great success together. So I think he just made it. I said he got the best out of me as a player. So it was always something I thought, yeah, if I can continue working with him in whatever capacity it might be, I'd love to do that. And obviously came here as a player, but it was always under the pretense of transitioning into the coaching team. So once that opportunity came when John Drea left, it was a no-brainer for me to come part of the assistant manager team.
What was he like as a manager and you as a player?
I don't want to say too much. Nah, listen, he's animated, he is what he is, but because I was at Watford with Sean Dyche, Malcolm Mackay, people that are a bit old school anyway. I think my upbringing in football since I've been in England was that anyway, that intensity, that loudness, that demanding stuff of his players. So I was used to that, and that always got the best out of me as a player anyway. So listen, you see that on the side, but away from it, when you're not on the pitch, whether it's training or around the place, he's very jovial, he's good crack to be around. So it's not all that aggression and loudness. So he's good crack to be around as well. So that enjoyment he brings that, and all the lads that you speak to here love coming in every day as well. So he is big on enjoyment.
Is there a time when you come here on game day where you go from being relaxed and chilled to switch game mode?
Yeah, when the whistle goes, yeah. Just before when the whistle goes, I'm looking at the opposition, see if there are any changes. So as we go to kick off, what are they looking to do? And obviously I've got to figure out what the opposition are going to do. So how we can affect that and how we can always help the players. Because sometimes someone can just change the system. Like today, I don't know what system they're going to play. Because to be fair to Matty, he's played 5-3-2 and he's played 5-box-1. So he's gone 5-4-1 in one game as well. So I don't know what he's going to do today. And I know Matty well. We played together at Luton for 2 years. We're actually good friends, to be fair. So I'm not sure what he's going to do today. I don't know whether he go back to a 4. When Solihull beat us last 2 times we played them, they played with a 4. So I don't know whether he'll lean on Spearman, who's still there as one of his coaches, and they've sort of got a bit of a voodoo over us. So I'll have to watch that. That's what I'll do. I'll be watching and going, right, what are they going to do and how can I help the team? Sometimes it'll just walk and I won't say anything. The tactics will go from minute 1. So
does that frustrate you, not knowing what the opposition are going to do and might set up, or are you quite quick to work it out?
Yeah, we'll walk it out quick as we can. Yeah, I think that's one of my strengths, my tactical strengths, is how I can help the team. Like I might change, we'll probably change on Tuesday as well. Do you know what I mean? To how York play. York are definitely a team like ourselves that want to play on the front foot. I see Solihull sitting in today and making difficulties. I see us having a lot of possession. So we've got to get our phases right. We've got to break them down. But on Tuesday it'll be a total different game. York will come and have a go with us, and we'll have a go with them.
And how important is it to have those characters in the National League? Because the National League is getting so much exposure through DAZN, and people come down to watch his games. He's just brilliant for it.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, everyone that knows him knows he's a top character. That interview obviously then goes viral. Thankfully, I think we won 4 or 5 in a row after that. So, listen, when you do something like that, and it was warranted, to be fair.
When you're in the tough times, you see the real characters, the real people. That's what I'm looking for, character in this group, character. And I want our fans to come with us with it. There's a message for you, all right? Do not edit that, by the way. I want that to go out, because that's very important.
It's mad, everyone thinks you were so angry that night. You actually weren't. You come in laughing before and after the interview. It's just the type of character he is. So we were all cracking up when we watched it back. And when I remember, I rang him on the way home when I watched it, because he kept saying to me, "Is it up yet? Make sure you watch it." And I watched it, and I rang him back and I was like, "It was class." I was cracking up. I said, "It's going to go viral, though." He goes, "No." And I said, "I promise you now it'll go viral." And obviously it did, to be fair. And then, thankfully, because you know what it's like in football or anything, when something like that happens, people are waiting for you to fail. So thankfully we won 4 or 5 on the bounce after that. And by the time it kind of fizzled out, we'd already won a lot of games, so it kind of went down really positively, and then because we backed it up with results, it went down even better. So, but you just listen, you need that. I said it brings exposure to the league. The league's getting better and better. I think that started with Wrexham and Notts County when it really blew up with that title race, and obviously the backing at Wrexham that they've got in the last few years, it's gone from strength to strength, and obviously DAZN are looking to carry that on, and it has again this year. You got bits like where the gaffer does the interview, the title race this year. There's 3 or 4 or 5 teams involved in it, so it's been exciting. I think the quality's going up year on year as well. So you see that with the teams that go up, they tend to do really well in the league above.
And it's important that you have the right backroom staff. It seems like you've got a really good cohesion in your group.
Yeah, definitely. I think Gaff will always say it. He said it multiple times. He always earmarks players and people that he's worked with if they kind of transition into his management team, and that's starting now to happen as well with Jerome McKeemo, who played 100 games in the last 2 seasons. We've improved the team, and he's obviously now a little bit older, and he's now transitioning across to the management team also as a coach. So Gaff does that from early on. He always earmarks people, and thankfully I was one, and now Jerome's another. So he likes what he likes in people, and if he thinks they can go far, then he'll try and keep them around. And I think that continuation of like player to coach with him, and because we know how he works, it tends to work very well.
What are the main roles as an assistant manager?
Bits of everything really. There's to be fair to Gaffer, he's and you would have seen it that day you come in. He's very, very willing to let everybody in the management team have their opinion. It's not a case of what he says goes and you're just there to basically put a few balls, bibs and cones out. He's very much will let everyone have their opinion. So it's never a case of what he says goes. He'll always take everyone's opinion. He'll take it on board. We make decisions together as a whole management group. So that's the key thing. That's what I really enjoyed it. I think it's allowed me to learn so much by doing rather than just observing and watching and seeing someone else do. He'll let me take meetings and let me talk to the lads. Like, we'll come up with game plans together. Of course, he has the final say as the manager always does, and he's obviously a big cog in that wheel. But in terms of allowing everyone to express themselves and do what they're good at, he's definitely brilliant at that, and it's allowed me to develop so much in just a short space of time I've been with him.
Dean's door is always open, especially when the club's biggest supporter, Village, brings in a couple of fans for a photo with the gaffer.
The unbeaten run from October, what's pleased you the most about those performances?
We've had different challenges within them. Getting a late equaliser at home here to Sutton was a big game, which was a great game of football, by the way. I think it was 3-3 in the end. And there's loads of things. We've continued to... The main thing for us is just to focus on one game at a time, and we do look back and debrief every game. That's important. How we wanted to play within that game. Like I say, today's a game where we'll have a lot of possession, and we need to break the opposition down, but we need to be clean and stop counter-attacks, because these are good on the counter-attack, and they're good from set pieces, so we've got to limit the set pieces we give them. So we just focus on that, and that'll be debrief next Thursday, because we go straight into York on Tuesday. So you just want to learn from the previous game so you can keep getting better as a team.
Last time I spoke to you, I think you're on the cusp of bringing in a new goalkeeper. That new goalkeeper's come in, Owen, and you had 6 clean sheets in a row. What do you put that down to?
I think we have worked more on defensive duties for the centre halves, especially the positions they're putting themselves in when we're in possession. So we've been hurt by turnover, and Solihull are a team that have hurt us in turnover. So just by tweaking it. So we've worked with the defenders, and obviously the goalie's made a good difference to us as well, because he's a different profile of goalie to what we previously had. We had a big 6-yard box goalkeeper This goalkeeper is a distributing goalkeeper. He'll come out of his box and he's quick across the goal, and he helps us with his distribution.
What do you like your changing room to be like before a game?
Relaxed. So I was like that as a player, so we don't come in like 3 hours before the game or anything like that. I usually come in literally right on the dot. So a bit like I am, just relaxed on match day. I think it's important, and the players then can focus on their roles and their jobs within the team. So I like music, I love music.
You do?
You know
what do you make of the noise that comes from your changing room?
Yeah, to be fair to our lads, they have this mad stuff now. Is it called grime?
Yeah, grime.
I don't know what it is, mate, but it's absolute madness. So I'm not into that. So I don't know who's DJ today. They change the DJ every now and again, but I'm a bit of a soul man, so I like me R&B and soul.
Midfielder Ryan Glover plays an integral role on the pitch, but he also has a huge responsibility off it.
So what is the atmosphere like in the Barnet home changing room before a game?
It's always good atmosphere, to be fair. I'm actually the DJ, so...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, get the tunes going. Lads are always excited, always ready. Yeah, good atmosphere.
What kind of music do you put on?
You've kind of got a cater for everyone's taste, so a little bit of house, a little bit of rap, just a little bit of everything, to be fair, just so everyone's happy.
The gaffer's not keen on the grime, he said.
No, he's not. He quite likes like reggae and stuff like that, to be fair, so now and then when he comes in, we'll chuck something like that on, but we like grime, we like rap, so we play it anyway.
We were chatting to him before the game today, and he was saying that he likes to leave you to it in the changing room. How important is that for you as players?
Yeah, he does, to be fair. He doesn't really get too involved. He might just come in quickly and have a laugh and a joke, which he always does. But yeah, we're a really independent group, and we're used to it now. So we take care of things ourselves, and then go out on the pitch and do our stuff.
And what's he like to play for?
He is great, to be fair. He's good fun. Like, he's funny, but at the same time he's got a serious side and a serious switch, and he's a winner and he wants to win. So it's just about kind of getting that balance right of how to be with him. But yeah, he's great to play for.
And his man management skills seem to be pretty good as well.
Yeah, his man management skills are really good. He takes a proper interest in everyone's life, and he kind of gets to know you on a personal level, which makes you want to play for him more. So yeah.
And it's going all right on the pitch as well. Unbeaten in the league since October. Yeah. What do you put that run down to?
Good togetherness, a will to win. We've got that real desire to win the league this year, and we know we can do it. And I think just from back to front, we're just really solid. We're all supportive of each other. We just know we've got everything that it takes to win the league.
As Glover headed back to his decks, we thought we'd check back in with the boss.
We've got about an hour and 15 till kick-off. What are you going to do?
I'll just relax now, watch the game. We've got Arsenal, Leicester. But I'll change it. I'll move that over now, and I'll watch Wimbledon against Salford. So keep an eye on that level. That's my level. I'd rather watch the lower league games than the Premier League games. So I'll just do that, relax, probably get a cup of tea. I will go in the change room eventually and just whisper a few things into the lads' ears. And yeah, but you can come in at half time if you want and see what it's like.
You sure?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And have you noticed anything from the team sheet that's been handed to you?
No, just the referee. Obviously, I do research on the referees. I always do that because I think it's important to engage with the referees and know them personally, as personally as I can be with the referee. I think that's important because that's a tough job, and our disciplinary record this year is fantastic. I think we're top of that as well. So yeah, it's important that we greet the referee in the right way and show him a lot of respect.
Big game, another huge cup final for us. I know each and every one of you are going to want to put the last game right and the playoff right. I know all of you want to put that right. Make sure that we channel that energy into control and composure, the two key words the gaffer said at the start of the week. We do that, we win this game. Do the rest as we normally do. Stick together, work hard, we'll go and take
What are you like after a victory compared to what you're like after defeat?
Personally, when you go home, you ask yourself the question, could I help the team better? How could I have done better? What can I do better? And when you lose, it's crushing, really. You just need the next game to come as quick as you can. So please God, we don't lose today. Please God, we pick up 3 points and we can move on to the next game. When you win, it's the same type of thing I'll ask myself, but obviously you're elated because you've won, because it's all about the result. That's what this business is about. It's about winning football matches.
How much would it mean to you to get this club promoted from the National League to the EFL?
It's my dream. And I said that originally when I come here 4 years ago. I said the same to the chairman. I said, my dream is to make you enjoy football again, which I've done, and then to take it back for the supporters and everybody where I think it deserves to be. But we know it's going to be a real tough fight. There's some brilliant sides in this title race, and we know how easy this business can change, whether it's negative or positive, so we got to make sure it stays positive for us.
Brilliant stuff. Mate, I'll see you at half-time.
The first half went exactly as Dean said, with the hosts having plenty of the ball. Dom Telford gave the Bees the lead heading into half-time, but despite winning at the break, I think it's fair to say the gaffer wasn't best pleased with his team's performance.
Hey then, boys. All right. I've got to be honest with you, I think we've been atrocious. Standards. You've got a team here lying down ready to be beat. We've got to score a mouldy. You can go through these. You're playing too safe, backwards, sideways. Rubbish. Run forward, play forward, improve your quality. Brilliant. That's standard. Nothing down that side. And Brunty, you've got to do more. It's as simple as that. Because this division's got to come down to goal difference or something. How many times I tell you you've got to be ruthless and relentless? Show you on here. That's the negative, by the way. The positive winning 1-0, and that's the main thing. So we've got to keep a 0. They're looking the game yards off what they do. And we've got to stop them doing that. Brilliant. Brilliant. Caught on the press. Good reaction, everybody. Brilliant reaction. Lock in. Good. Go down and square it to him and make it 1-0. Just square it to him, steady man, honestly. We've got to put these to bed in the next 10 minutes, the tempo. This is why we love steady. This is why we do love you steady. Because it's a turnover, you can even pull here and you go through them quick. This is the goal. Watch what happens. Brilliant steady. You make something and nothing. Great little ball from Brunty. All of a sudden, we've got this. Back foot. Superb, son. That's why we signed you. This is such an important game for us, lads. From Addy. Brilliant. Pause it. You've got 2v2. Pull on the shoulder. 2v2 here. Because what they've done, lads, is they've set up this press here to stop Hardigan. That's what they've done. But we can play. Brilliant, Addy. Best bit of play. Great clip. Great one. How easy that is. Now run off them. Now run off them. Now lock in words. Right, go on then. Play forward. Backwards 3 times. Brilliant, Hardigan. Brilliant. Look. Look. And look how easy the game is for us. And look at the bodies. Pause it. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, we've got 5 in the box. And that's how I want us to play that.
The visitors equalised a minute into the second half through Fletcher Holman, but a brace from the bench for new striker Lee Unlove secured all 3 points for Barnet.
Dean, after everything you said at half-time, how disappointed were you to concede in the first minute of the second half?
It's funny that, wasn't it? But to be fair, it's a great strike with the lad and he's put in the top corner, but it just shows you how football can change. We're in total control, dominating the game. I don't think they had an effort at a goal in the first half. But I felt we never got 2 and 3-0 up, and that can cause you a kick in the backside. That's happened to us several times where I think we should score way more goals. And I didn't think our 10s did well enough, so it was one of them. But you've got to stay calm in that moment. There was probably a little bit more, because the adrenaline goes on match day. It's different when I said that to you earlier. So it's probably a little bit more at half-time. I was really disappointed in some of the level of the lads' performances, because the standards they've set themselves. I want them to keep the bar there and raise the bar even more, because I think we can get better.
You've got the lads in a huddle at the end. What did you say to them?
Standards, it did, and then I said well done to all of them, which was very important, and the impact that the subs made. They made a huge impact on the game, because I know what it's like when you're sitting on the bench, you're thinking, am I going to get on? And some of them haven't played a lot, like Grimwood probably hasn't played as much as he wanted. He come on, made a good impact on the game. Clifford the same. Great to have Brown back. We know Brown's got magic in his boots. You can see he influenced, I think, the second goal, and then obviously Lee made a huge impact scoring 2 goals. So when it goes like that, it's nice, but it ain't a feather in my cap. I believe in all the players, so I don't want to be doing that, because in my head I'm thinking, hold on, did I get the selection right today? Because I've had to make 4 changes. So I look at myself first. I don't want to be making 4 changes. I'd rather be 3-0 up, which I think we should have been with the opportunities we had. And I'd rather than, take people off and rest them up, but it didn't work that way.
Do you feel the emotions on the touchline when it is 1-1, when you know how big 3 points at this stage of the season is?
Yeah, you do, yeah. You got to stay calm. You're trying to get the pictures right. Like, we played a little bit more direct today because they were jumping our midfielders. So, but when you've got people like Lee you can play off, it's priceless, you know what I mean? He can get you out of trouble so much. I think for the first goal as well that we got, I think Steady ran the channel. Steady runs the channel for the 3rd goal. I think Brownie ran the channel as well. So we channel ran a little bit more than what we usually would. We usually try to stay in control of the ball. But they made us do that. So tactically, Matty's done well there. They made us, sort of frustrated us. And with the one shot they had, they scored. So, but we just showed good patience, and then that slight tweak, playing a little bit more direct, helped us.
There was a fantastic atmosphere at the game today, and the club are looking to get the Hive rocking again on the 8th of March against Dagenham and Redbridge with football for a £5. That's right, tickets are just a £5 and kids go for £1. Get yourself down to the Hive for 90 minutes of action as the Bees continue their pursuit of the National League title.
A special mention to the fans who were cheering your name at the end. When you get a good crowd here, it's rocking, isn't it?
We've got an amazing stadium, amazing facilities, and I hope they come down Tuesday and fill the place. So it's going to be, I know York are going to bring they're a big football club, so it's exciting for everybody. It's a top of the table clash. It's 1st versus 2nd, so it's going to be a great game, and it's going to be, hopefully it's a great spectacle for the National League. I think it will be. The game we had up there was a great game as well. To be fair, we were on the wrong end of the result in a game that was really tight, and the lads put a free kick in the top corner to win them the game. So I can see it being tight again.
Dean, thank you so much for letting us in today, mate. Really appreciate it. You're a legend.
Top man.